Welcome to my channel. This is Swoam Talks Soccer. As I usually say, this is the channel where we give you undiluted Chelsea news and content. So also other footballing matters all over the world. Thank you once again for joining me. Tighten your seatbelts as we do it together one more time. Did you watch El Clasico yesterday? That was a cracker. The final of the Copa del Rey 2024-2025 season. Barcelona 3, Real Madrid 2. That was heartbreaking. I was actually rooting for Real Madrid to win that tie. But when Jules Koundé scored the last goal for Barcelona in the 116 minutes of the game, the game went to extra time. When Jules Koundé scored that last goal, that was heartbreaking. And that was what sealed up the tie for Barcelona. And that was a good game. I really enjoyed watching that game of football. We are looking forward to next season, Copa del Rey, and see who's going to win the tie next season. Yes, Liverpool were crowned EPL champions. Wow, they did that in Anfield today when they defeated Tottenham by 5-1. What a game! 5-1. What a way to win the EPL in 2024-25 season. But Liverpool did it. They did it some years ago, but that was during COVID, and they couldn't celebrate that much because of COVID that was in at that time. But now, after a very long time, yes, Liverpool won Premiership again. They were crowned the Premiership champions today at Anfield when they defeated or beat Tottenham Hotspur. I think Coach Postecoglou must be sacked this season for Tottenham. He's not doing well at all. I just believe the axe won't fall on him at the end of the season because Tottenham really messed up. I think they lost 19 games in the season. If I'm right, 19 games in the season. That was bad for Tottenham. For a club of that caliber, for a club of that stature, I believe they should be on top, at least top 5 on the league. But it's not happening for Tottenham this season. So Liverpool were crowned the EPL champion when they locked on with Tottenham. I thought they were going to do that when they come to Stamford Bridge next Sunday, but thankfully they actually did that at Tottenham today. And that was done in a beautiful way, beating Tottenham by 5-1. So let me just give you EPL review, the matches that was played in EPL this weekend. It was such a wonderful 34 week of EPL this weekend. Like I said, and I told you in the last stream that we had 2-3 days ago, that on Wednesday, Arsenal drew 2-2. Arsenal drew 2-2 with Aston Villa. Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2. Did I get it right? I think it was Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2 on Wednesday. No, sorry. It was Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 2. Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 2 on the Wednesday. So also yesterday, Saturday, early hours of on Saturday, Chelsea played Everton at Stamford Bridge. I'm going to give you a review of that game between Chelsea and Everton at Stamford Bridge in the early hours on Saturday. But let me give you other EPL results that was played this weekend. Bournemouth played 1-1 with Manchester United. So also Manchester City also played 1-1 with Aston Villa. That one also was played on the Thursday for week 34. Yes, talking about Chelsea versus Everton match. Wow. That was a tense game because I was just trusting that we win that game, because if we win that game, it will give us or increase our impetus, increase the momentum for us to go all the way and pick the last ticket or one of the ticket for European Champions League slot for next season. Like I said, the last episode, the last stream that we had, this year or next year's season, 2025-26 season, 5 teams is going to represent, or 5 teams are going to represent England at the European Champions League next season. So we're just believing that Chelsea will be one of the teams that will pick the ticket to represent England at the European Champions League next season. That's where we belong. We belong to the Champions League level and stage, and that's where we want to play next season. As Chelsea fan, that is where I want my team to play next season, because we missed that Champions League for years now. For 3 years, back to back, we've not played Champions League, and I believe that Chelsea will be able to prove a point to us and prove us wrong. We some fans have already lost hope that we will not be able to make it and do it this season. I believe we'll be able to do that this season and come out in flying color and pick that one of the tickets for European Champions League next season. That was EPL review. The matches that was played over the weekend was played on Wednesday. Arsenal playing the draw. Also, Manchester City on Thursday defeating Aston Villa by 2-1, and also Chelsea defeating Everton by 2-1. Yes, talking about Chelsea versus Everton game, let me just give you a quick review on that game. Like I said, it was a game that we were all expecting and believing that Chelsea will come out in flying color, and they actually did. They showed up. Chelsea showed up that day. It's been long that I saw Chelsea playing with full determination and confidence like what they did against Everton. I saw Chelsea of old spirit that came to the boys, and they really did well and performed well. Right from the blast of the whistle, they were just pushing for it. This was how Enzo Maresca lined up the boys against Chelsea. Against all odds, I wasn't thinking Romeo Lavia will play that game, but at the end of the day, he featured Romeo Lavia. I thought probably he's not fit enough. I probably think he would definitely be on the bench, but I thought he wasn't fit enough to play that game. But they played that game. Wow, what a game from Romeo Lavia! The guy really marshaled that midfield. I just love Lavia when he played. Ever since he's been playing, right from the beginning of the season, Chelsea has been performing well, especially in the middle of the park where we have Enzo Fernandez, have Moses Caicedo, then have Romeo Lavia on that particular middle of the park. He played yesterday. He's been on and off because of injury. We're just believing that he will keep fit till the end of the season and the next season to come, because when Romeo Lavia is playing for Chelsea in the middle of the park, you will see the difference in the game. Fluid football, straightforward passes, and tackling and interception. Beautiful one from Romeo Lavia yesterday. And this was how Enzo Maresca deployed or lined up the boys yesterday. Sanchez in goal. As a matter of fact, let me talk about Sanchez. That was a beautiful performance from Sanchez yesterday. He played beautifully well. He made some saves, world-class saves yesterday by Sanchez, and that made us think, oh wow, chances. This is chances we want to see every week in, week out, and he did it yesterday against Everton. He made some saves, wonderful saves, world-class saves yesterday. If not for Sanchez, maybe the game would have been like 2-2 or 2-1, or Everton will have run away with a victory. But Sanchez saved the day for us, so he actually won man of the match for that game. I believe he did for that game because he performed excellently. So Sanchez was in goal, and Enzo Maresca also deployed Caicedo to play right back. I was surprised. He used Caicedo to play right back, and he paired Cowell and Chalobah at the center of the park, that is central defense, and he put Kukureya as usual at the left side of the defense. And my God, Moses Caicedo performed wonders. He did it again, playing from the right side of the defense, and he teamed up well and combined well with Lavia and Enzo Caicedo. It was something. Sorry, Lavia and Enzo Fernandez. Sometimes you see Caicedo moving to the middle of the park, inverting to the middle of the park. He did defend fantastically well. Sometimes we don't know whether we are having two at the middle as a double pivot or we are playing three at the middle. We don't know because the weak Casedo did it. He did it fantastically well, just coming from the right side of the defense to the middle of the park to join Lavia and Enzo Fernandez in the middle of the park. So also the two wide men, as Maresca usually deploy every week in, week out. He used Pedro from the right. Thankfully, he used Pedro from the right this time around. I discovered that when Pedro plays from the right as a wide man, he performs better, and he did yesterday. He performed very well. He was comfortable on the ball. He was able to dribble conveniently and comfortably. He was able to move past the opponent, and he also deployed Noni Madueke. By the way, Noni Madueke also played fantastically well yesterday. Those are one of the games that Noni Madueke actually showed his strength and his power on the game, and it did well. I give Noni Madueke 7 points out of 10 for that game yesterday because he was able to dribble past the Everton defenders, and a couple of times he shot and he wanted to score, but he couldn't make it. All he needs to do is just be more focused when he's shooting. His movement should be more direct and focused the next time. That's what he needs to work on. If he can work on that, he will become a top class and top notch player when it comes to playing for Chelsea. So Noni Madueke was deployed. He played from the left of the side against Everton, while Pedro Neto plays from the right, and both of them as wide men played fantastically well, combining together and pulling out the crosses for Nicholas Jackson. As number 10, of course, Palmer played as number 10, pairing with Nicholas Jackson. And you know what? Nicholas Jackson scored the first goal of the season for the year 2025. That will be his first goal in the year 2025, and he scored a fantastic goal. That was what we're talking about. When you get to the box, shoot. When you have the chance to shoot, an opportunity to shoot. Don't mind what is going to happen, just shoot. And Nicholas Jackson actually did that yesterday. Yesterday. Yes, early hours of yesterday, and he scored the first goal for Chelsea, and that was a beautiful goal from Nicholas Jackson. And we believe that he will continue to do that for Chelsea as we are pressing and pushing forward to get one of the 5 slots for Europa Champions League next season. It was a good game. Everton too came. I thought we were going to sit back and park the bus at the back, but they showed good character and good athleticism on that particular game yesterday. They proved the point that they actually came to Stamford Bridge to surprise everybody and win the game. Thank God for Sanchez, or thankfully for Sanchez, who actually helped Chelsea and make some wonderful saves in that game. Probably we have been talking about something else right now. Yes, that was how the game went through, and it was a fantastic game for Chelsea. I believe we'll be able to approach the same way when we play Liverpool on Sunday, on the 4th of May, on Sunday when we play Liverpool, to continue with the good runs. Now we have 2 out of 2 in the last 2 games. We won Fulham at home, then we also defeated Everton at Stamford Bridge early hours on Saturday. So we have 2 out of 2 now. We are looking forward to have 3 out of 3 when we play Liverpool. Thankfully, Liverpool won the league, so we are not expecting Liverpool to feed in their strongest squad against Chelsea. We just want to believe that Liverpool will just come to the party with that. Oh, we have already won the league. Let's just play it and enjoy ourselves. And with that, Chelsea can capitalize on that and get the needed 3 points. The 3 points that we're actually looking for. I think we can have a party for Liverpool. Let's do a party for them so that they will see how we Chelsea fans have been supporting them to have EPL, and we actually did when they virtually got it today at Tottenham. So we organize a party for them. Maybe they will just look at that and say, "Oh, Chelsea supporters, they're supporting us," and just play against Chelsea with one of their weakest teams because they've already won the league. What else do they want? They don't need anything again. That's a formality game because they won the league already. So they can just give us that game and I'm not saying they should, of course, they should play their heart out because we want to win that game and win it convincingly, not knowing that Liverpool feel one of their weakest teams. As expectedly, I believe they should do that because they would like to give other players chance to play now that they won the league eventually. So we are looking forward to Chelsea Liverpool game in week 35 of the league on the Sunday. This week, UEFA Champions League back on stage. Arsenal versus PSG. Wow. We are looking forward to that game. It's going to be, I don't know what to call it. It's going to be the game of the season, because Europa Champions League semi-final between Arsenal and PSG. Oh wow, everybody's looking forward to watch that. So watch out for that, and I'm going to probably give you a preview on that particular game, as it may be. So also Barcelona versus International. That's the second semi-final that will be played in Champions League. So this week we have a UEFA Champions League semi-final. We also have UEFA Europa League semi-final. So also UEFA Conference League semi-final this week. So we are all looking forward to those games, and I believe we have a good time watching those games together. And I will come back here to give you a review on all of those games. Thank you once again for joining me on this channel, Swoam's Talk Soccer. I believe we're going to do it together one more time. Yes, I appreciate you for viewing today. I appreciate you, and as you continue with this, please like, view, share and subscribe for my channel. If you have any comments, just drop your comment on the channel, and we'll be able to discuss and talk about it. Thank you one more time, and I'm glad you joined me again in this particular episode. So we'll see you again. Do have a beautiful time ahead.